Good morning, everyone. I'm Pat Shea with the National Association of State Mental Health Program Directors. I'd like to thank everybody for being here this morning and for coming back after that break. What a wonderful first opening sessions. And as we're going to be working on panel 2, it occurs to me we were hearing a lot in the morning about the fact that it's so important in order to be able to reach a measurable impact that, of course, evidence-based prevention programs need to be widely available to the children and to the families that can benefit from them. So the purpose of panel 2 is we've brought together representatives who are doing work at the state and the federal level. We have representatives who are doing work in 3 states, Colorado, Pennsylvania, and New York, respectively, as well as a representative from the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. And they're going to be talking to us this morning about some of the activities that they have underway either within their states in partnership with communities or at the federal level to help bolster the prevention infrastructure in order to build capacity for scaling interventions in order to reach a wider number of individuals. As was the case with the first panel, I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody as a group. You do have bio sketches for folks within your folders, so I encourage you to read those to get a fuller overview of everybody. But just to briefly introduce folks, we are going to begin with Lisa Hill, and Lisa is the Executive Director of Invest in Kids. And she lends her leadership skills to this organization, which is dedicated to improving the health and the well-being of vulnerable children and of low-income families across the state of Colorado. And she has been publicly recognized for her work and her championship in this area. And most recently, she was given the 2014 9 News Leadership of the Year Award. So congratulations on that. Yeah. And after Lisa, we are going to be hearing from Brian Baumbarger. He is the Assistant Director for Knowledge Translation and Dissemination at the Prevention Research Center at Penn State University. And Brian has been doing research for nearly 2 decades on the planning, implementation, and sustainability of evidence-based prevention programs and practices, and he is the founding director of the Evidence-Based Prevention and Intervention Support Center that he is going to be talking to us about today. And this is a very inspirational center that I think a lot of other states can enjoy hearing about and learning from. And then third, we are going to be hearing from Kimberly Hoagwood, and she is the Vice Chair for Research at the Department of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry at the New York University School of Medicine. And she has a very extensive research portfolio that includes doing work in child and adolescent and family outcomes, work looking at parent engagement, implementation science from the standpoint of policy considerations, and then also to quality measurement. And she wears many different hats. She is the director for an NIMH funded advanced center on implementation and dissemination science. And she also coordinates 2 different centers funded by the state of New York, the Clinic Technical Assistance Center and the Evidence-Based Treatment Dissemination Center. And after we hear from Dr. Hoagwood, we will then be hearing from Clarice Holden with the Center for Substance Abuse Prevention at the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. And Clarice has over 30 years of experience working at the federal government on a wide range of substance abuse prevention and treatment initiatives. And she's currently the branch chief in the Division of State Programs. And this particular division within CSAP houses a lot of large-scale important programs that I'm sure many of you are familiar with, including the 20% prevention set-aside, in the Substance Abuse Block Grant, as well as the Strategic Prevention Framework, and then the Partnership for Success Grant Initiative. So I am very much looking forward to hearing the wonderful things that our panelists are going to share, and we will go ahead and get started with Lisa. Thank you.